Hello everybody and welcome back to another ForgeCraft Modpack with TechnoJock. You join me in the pouring rain with horrendous lightning and thunder and all sorts of things going on, and I apologise if you can't hear me, but this is what we're dealing with at the moment and I'm about to deal with it in a more constructive manner. Because this is untenable. It's daytime so I can't sleep. So I'm going to have to deal with this in a different manner, and I think this should work. Take that out of there. Ah, my ears, my ears! Right. Oh, it stopped. Does that mean it's actually stopped? It does sound an awful lot better. Oh, the weather stopped. Nonetheless, I'm going to continue doing this because I think this will be helpful in the long term. I think... Do I just... Perfect. Yes. The problem was it was daytime, so I couldn't sleep to get rid of the weather. But now it's nighttime. Ta-da! We can now, whenever we want, make it nighttime so we can sleep through the weather. That's great. Very handy. So let's go up here and put this back into that. There we go. Brilliant. Nice. Well done. Okay, now you'll see that I have cleared out another little bit here next to this. What we were doing last time, if you recall, or if you weren't watching, we will do a quick recap. We had already got all this set up with a mass fabricator and the recycler, and we were just about to go and get our replicator and pattern storage all sorted out, which I have now gone and done. We managed to get that reinforced stone after faffing around for quite a while, and those are great, so that's fantastic. We've got our pattern storage there with the crystal memory in it, and we just need to get the scanner hooked up. However, we have got... Oh, and the other thing was I set this up so it would have the P2P tunnel instead of having another setup through here for converting that to power. And these things are still doing my nut. Stop it! Go away, you horrible, horrible things! Go on. Just endless onslaught of slimes. Look at them all. Gotta do something about that. Anyway, right. Thank you. Right. As I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, we did have a setup over here with a similar thing over here, but the cables keep on breaking. These things, I don't know what it is. I suspect it's got something to do with the amount of power that we're pulling through all at once. And I did wonder about putting an immersive engineering capacitor on the Tesseract and then feeding through from the capacitor into the MFSU rather than straight from the Tesseract, because the Tesseract provides an unlimited supply, or doesn't limit the power through. Obviously we're limited to what we've got over there, but the Tesseract itself does not limit how much power passes through it. So I think that might be why these cables were breaking. However, even with that, we are limiting ourselves to 2048 EU per tick out of this thing. And these cables can carry, I think, over 8,000. If I can get a glass fibre cable, I think it says in the tooltip. Yes, 8,192 EU per tick. So basically 4 times that. So I want to get the output of fuse. I think that. Yes, I want to get the output of 4 MFSUs. So I want to get something set up over next to our power system, because we've got RF coming out through this Tesseract. I want to have EU set up as well, and I've got an idea for something that should, in theory, make this possible. So if I go through here and get ourselves some concrete, I'm going to quickly do something here. So we've got There we go. 2 stacks of concrete should be sufficient, I think. In fact, I'll make it 3. Right, that will be more than... I can't even aim for the wall. That will be more than sufficient, and what I want to do is I want to set up another little area here, and we'll do something like this, and we'll go through like this, and oh, I don't have... Stop it! Stop it! Right, that's better. There we go. It was a space issue. There we go. And this will make our lives an awful lot easier to do. Think like that, and maybe like that. Think I need to do this one as well. Yeah. And then it'll be gravel round there. It sits on the gravel. Okay, we've done one too many. Doesn't matter. That's fine. So I'm going to go and make the outline of the area that we're going to be working in here, and we'll be back in a moment. Right, we have got ourselves an area out here now that's set up. So that looks pretty cool. We've got a hole in the middle that we'll be using to go down and hook onto the cryostabilized flux ducts. Hey, I managed to say it right. But we need some more of those. We need a lot more of those at the moment. And what I was doing was I was busy manually using this setup here with the fluid transposer and magma crucible. However, I think I want to move it, and I want to automate it. So I want to automate all the things here. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do this. I think what I want to do is I need to have it kind of attached to that as well. That's just going to put that, if it puts refined iron in. Might need to do some funny stuff here. In the interim, I'm going to put... What am I going to put? I don't want to do that. Actually, I'm going to have to do this manually for the moment. Okay, let's do it manually for the moment. And let's do configuration disabled and put output to the magma crucible up there, input there. Didn't really want to do that, but never mind. We will work it out in the end now. That obviously goes in there, and 2 goes into 1. So we need 40, so that's not going to be nearly enough. Let's just put in that just now, and we'll get some going. What I'll need to do is I will need to put the machine inventory manager. There'll need to be some down the back of here, so when some sort of flux duct goes in there that needs stuff in it, if it's a cryostabilized one, it'll take a cryostabilized flux duct and put it in there, and take 2 of the stuffy cryothium dust and put it into that, and then it'll output it out, and that'll be fine. And if it puts a redstone flux duct in there, an empty one, it'll put it in there and take 2 redstone and put it in there, and that's how that'll have to do. But we've got 14 there and none left over. We've got 6, so we need 12 more cryothium dust. Let's take that out of there. Can we make 12 cryothium dust? Probably not, because we need cryothium dust like that. Needs blizz powder, and blizz powder is snowballs, and we don't have snowballs either, do we? Oh, we do have snowballs. Okay, 16 of that. Uses of snowballs. We want with 2 redstone, so we need What's going on? There we go. Let's go over here and put that in there, that in there. It's pretty quick, and that'll do that. I think I might need to do that again, but let's go cryothium dust, please, like that. Bit of a glitch there, and let's make this. So yeah, I'll come back in a second when I've got all this stuff ready again. Okay, we're back and we have got our flux ducts put down. These ones snake along and over and connect up to the main power system over there, and they come up this far, and there's a reason why this far, because I don't know if I've got enough of these on me at the moment, but these things can carry 1000 RF each, which equates to 250 EU. So that's 250, 500, 750, 1000, and 1250. Okay, so that is enough to go. Well, this then would be a further 1250, so it's 2000. Sorry, 1250, so it'd be 2500. And then with this lot, that takes us up to 4000 and something or other. So that would be not quite enough, actually. We need to go up more. So we need to go 3, 4. I need one more flux duct, and I think I have sufficient. Let's go cryo duct, please. One of. Make that. There we go. And then we've got plenty of the other stuffy on us. So let's transpose that with. There we go. Let's do this. And we need to go like that. Now, I also need enough red net cable to do that, and I need to like that. Yeah, it'll be better. It'll look nicer when we do like this. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, we're going to get this sorted out in just a second. I don't actually know if this works, actually. So we could have a bit of a borked mess if I'm not careful. So we need some more glass fibre cable as well. Just enough to let us check out and see if this is going to work. And I want to... it's going to do something weird. It's not going to connect up like that, is it? Yeah, it's not connecting like that. Okay. I might need gold cable then. Don't know. Let's have a look and see what else we've got here. We need gold cable. So I'll do some of these. So we've got double insulated gold cable. We can check out and see if this works. And we've got some normal gold cable. Let's have a look at the other options of cable as well, because what's the HV? Insulated HV cable or HV cable? Metal extruding, iron extruded. Let's get some iron then and extrude some iron. And that gives us 4. So that'll be sufficient to check and see if this works. Give us a proof of concept. There we go. So we have some of each of it. I think it needs to be this HV cable. Yeah, it'll need to be this HV cable that takes 2048. So let's see. Don't think it needs to be the... That does not connect directly to it. Might need to do this somewhat differently. Okay. Let's double check. I want to take this and disconnect it. There we go. Now this will rapidly discharge. Yep. But I want to see, particularly if I do this, I want to see if this will recharge when I take it down. I need to not do that because that will destroy it. I need to get this. And there we go. Right. Let's go and check out some stuff. Right. This might actually still be working. It's just difficult to tell at the moment. So let's take that one off. This one, like that. Okay, that connects up. That connects up. See, that's going up, but that's probably because of that. Let's take that off there, and that off there. Is it still going up? No, it is not. Right, that tells us that that is not connecting to these. So that's rather unfortunate. I was hoping that that would connect up. Okay, I have a plan, but I need to come back in a second. Okay, and we are now going to do some ridiculous crafting. I'm making an awful lot of MFEs at this point, and this is the third batch that I'm doing to craft another 7, but you'll notice that I'm using blocks of coal to do it. And the reason I'm doing blocks of coal to do it is because I've now started making diamonds. In here there are bunches of blocks of coal being done, and 8 blocks of coal in here at high temperature or high pressure makes diamonds, and this thing will be taking in diamonds by the bucket load. You can just about see them in there all pinging about. So that is brilliant because blocks of coal are an awful lot easier to come by than diamonds. So if we have a look in here, it is happily just crafting these MFEs away, and we also want some lots more of this glass fiber cable. So I'm going to do 100, say, oh, we need silver. Right, let's go get some silver, and we can start crafting up the glass fiber cable, because we're going to need a lot of that as well. So silver, please. I don't think I need all of that, but I think a good few stacks will do us, like that. And we'll be good to go. I did consider, this is going to be a ridiculous build by the end of it. It's very, very expensive indeed, but we have the ability to do it, so why shouldn't we? I did consider that maybe I should just make some HV solar cells and do it that way, but A, that's boring, and B, it's also quite expensive, and C, it wouldn't work at night, and this will work at night. Now we need more redneck cables, we need raw plastic we're needing, which means we need rubber. And we don't have a huge amount of rubber. Let's go get our rubber trees and see. This is semi-automated at this point. There's an awful lot of stuff in there not automated. But we will get to that at some point. It is doing some stuff. We've got a lot of potatoes and a lot of cotton, and I have an idea about getting the plants all bred up that we require. All I need to do now as well is dump this stuff into here, and it automatically gets pumped into the extractor, because there's no point in rubber wood or sticky resin kicking around in our system just not doing anything. So all we need to do now is go back here, and the rubber will come back into our system, and I'll wait until there's about a stack of it, and then we can cook it up. In fact, we'll just take that. In fact, actually, we could put these into there as well, because rubber tree saplings don't have a place in our system either. And they also give us rubber. So, let's see what we've got. That's doing a bunch of glass. That's pulverizing up. This does alloys only. But if I do it onto furnace at the moment, that'll do. In fact, I can do all smelting and I'll do both, and that's not going to interfere with any of the stuff that we've got there. And that will continue doing that. That's fine. And then we want to do... what did we want to do? We want those redneck cables. And we want more of that. So how's our crafting doing? So that's doing a bunch of glass to make those. Great. And that's the only thing left. Superb. So we've already got those. Let's go and see MFEs, please. We've got a raft of these. And let's go back over here. So what are we doing? What crazy plan have we got? Well, you can see we've got all these MFEs stacked up here, and then they feed into the MFSU at the bottom. So our cryostabilized flux duct there outputs to our RedNet energy cable, which, yes, each one of these is limited to 250 EU, but then it feeds into an MFE that is outputting through glass fiber cable right the way to the bottom. So that will just not make any problems for us at all, in theory, I hope. Let's get all these cables put on, we'll get them looking nice, and we'll get our MFEs put on, and then we will get a cable put over here for the ME system, and we'll get this fed in. So that's the only thing really that we need. Oops. Oh. Well, that looks nice. Well, I'm going to have to do that now, aren't I? Oh, no. I see what that's done. That's disconnected the actual flux duct. That's not the RedNet cable connection. That's the flux duct connection. So yeah, we definitely want that. Okay, that looks good on that side. We've got this side to do. Like this. This is fast becoming the wiring equivalent of a tree farm for me. But look how good this looks. Right, that's fine. So okay, and then And these ones all need done. All of those needs done. Like this. Oh, that's a lot of clicking. But hopefully this will be successful. I hope I don't need to do this again, because it is quite tedious. But I don't see how this can fail at this point. I did have another episode that I'd recorded, but pretty much all of it was dedicated to a similar wiring thing, but using the immersive engineering setup that just didn't work. And it had some of the stuff about the reinforced stone that I needed for making the scanner. Which I had managed to spectacularly derp up as well. So, in all honesty, it was a bit of a mess. So rather than have that, which was going to be pretty pointless, I've scrubbed it. Okay, so we need the other MFEs, 5 of which, there we go. Oh, and I was going to make the MFSUs as well. MFSU, now we have 2 there, we've got the one. And we're missing 96 blocks of coal and a bunch of rubber, so I shall get that in a minute. And I'm deliberately doing a little bit of a design with this, so it looks kind of interesting. It was a little bit... it's a little bit annoying. Have I managed to miscalculate by 1? I have. It was a little bit disappointing that I couldn't get the wiring to work, because the glass fibre cable going down there instead of the MFSUs would have looked an awful lot better. But, oh, right, we've got 1 MFE. Right, we need the blocks of coal anyway. And I needed rubber. So, blocks of coal, more blocks of coal, and rubber. Rubber tree saplings, and we will get a bunch of stuff there. Once this gets set up a bit better, we will have more rubber coming in on a more regular basis, but we don't have that hooked in yet. I will probably do that in between episodes, or maybe something soon anyway. I'm hoping to get that done. Okay, just need to wait for that to do. May as well set up this last MFSU here and do these. So I'm going to do this and get our last MFSU crafted up, and then run a AE cable over here for the power, and then I think we're ready to turn this on. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, we are back and we are ready to turn this thing on. We've got 1 channel left on this cable, and if we do that, I think we've got 4 out of 8 channels there, and that's going to be too many channels. I'm not very clever. Back in a second. Right, it was a relatively easy fix. I just swapped out the smart cable that was there with some of this dense cable, and I've got 1 bit left to put in. This should now 4 of 8 channels there. Once this comes online and updates, there we go, 4 of 8 channels. We've got 9 of 32 going through here, then it's up to 11. I'm going to get out of that hole, and then we're up to 18 of 32, 21 of 32. Just make sure that we're all okay back at the controller. We should be up 31 of 32 channels. That's pretty good. And now this should be online and finished. This looks pretty cool actually. I'm very pleased with how it's come out. These are all kind of full. That's online. That's online. That's online. That's online, and we are good. Those are all full. They had plenty of time to charge up whilst I was doing other things. That one's full now as well. I think that one was the last one that I added because it took a while to craft up because we'd run out of stuff, but that's coming up towards full now. That's almost there. It's draining a little bit whilst it charges up this, and I think that's us good to go. So let's just check and see how this is doing over here. How are we over here for power? That is not charging. Why is that not charging? That is device online. It should be charging. I know why. Because I have not, although the device is online, I have not loaded the settings. That's what I have not done. So if I go device loaded settings, have a look at this. Device loaded settings, missing channel, device missing channel. Why is it missing channel? It should be okay now. That's online. Online. Aha, right, there we go. Now, did I get that last one? Yeah. Missing channel, come on, chop chop. Online, right. Let's put that back in the bag. Really should rename that or something. Now this should be fully charged. No, it's still not charging. Let me have a look then. There we go, I've loaded the settings again, and this now is getting power from there. And I think if I go over here, I might need to reload the settings onto the peer-to-peer network point over here. And that will be us done though. Right, just reload that and we'll see how this is doing. Missing channel, device online, and now that's getting a lot more power. It's going up nice and fast. That's better. Excellent. That's a relief. I was beginning to worry about that now because I've spent quite a bit of time on that. That is not getting as much power as it probably should. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for this episode. I shall maybe problem solve that, and I'll let you know next episode how I get on. But for now, bye bye, have a funs.